what is mindfulness and why do we need to practice it? Let me share something that, is really more personal for me. And I just got exposed, or I started learning about mindfulness, I think 7 years ago, 8 years ago. And it started off as, like just attending a small group and really knowing about it, theoretically. And then that exercise that we did, so I learned it from there. And I loved it. I loved how soft and compassionate it is as a practice. And at the same time, very, very powerful. And so I wanted to explore more and I wanted to go deeper. And in that group, they introduced this silent meditation retreat. This silent meditation retreat, the name is called Vipassana. So Vipassana, basically the translation of Vipassana is to see things as it is. And then from, of course, I researched it, I Googled it. What intrigued me in Vipassana, because they showed a video, is that they did Vipassana inside a prison. They taught, the criminals how to meditate, specifically Vipassana, and their life changed. And it was so fascinating. I was like, oh wow, like I want to do that. So what I learned from Vipassana is that it is one of the oldest and most original, I wouldn't say most, but according to them, it is the purest way of meditation that Buddha taught. But the interesting thing is that Vipassana is not, religious, or it's like what I said, meditation is a tool. And when Buddha taught it to people, is as a tool, like a strategy on how you can be happier in life, how you can, lift up your life and get out of suffering. So that's basically the purpose of meditation when Buddha taught it. So I went, and before I actually went, because it's a 10-day meditation retreat, and they have rules. So one is that it's a silent retreat, so meaning you won't speak, you won't talk to anyone. You are also not encouraged to look at, the other participants. And then you cannot bring any electronic devices with you. You cannot bring any books, notebooks, you cannot write as well. So it's just you. You're just there as yourself. And then as a participant, you will eat vegetarian food, so meaning no meat. And I love meat. Yeah, so then finally it's like it's 10 and a half days. So and interestingly, because a lot of people were telling me, it's like, wow, 10 days silent, you're not gonna be talking, like how to do that. But I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about, the vegetarian food. It's like, can I last 10 days without eating meat? So it was like, okay, never mind, I really want to do this. And then so I signed up and I went there. And Vipassana is free, by the way. So everything, your lodging, the food is totally free. You don't need to pay for the program as well. Basically, what you need to pay for is, going to that place. And then after that, it's all free. So yeah, I was like fascinated about this thing. And then I did it. And one thing, of course, is that I got over that fear of like, oh my God, I won't be able to eat meat for 10 days. And because, totally like I was able to do it. And the fascinating thing is what happened was a lot of the things shifted in my life after that. So one is that like food, my relationship with food, became transformational. It's like totally different. And then two, a lot of things that I wanted now made sense. Like whatever I'm doing right now in the moment, I can clearly see that it's actually not aligned to what I wanted in life. And so a lot of things changed, even health wise, like what kind of food that I eat, what kind of food that I drink, a lot of that changed. And just like that. So when I got out of Vipassana, complete immediate change. And so that was very, very fascinating to me. And then I had a lot of beliefs that is totally kind of like wacko, like a tattoo. This is my tattoo that came from Vipassana. This actually means impermanence. So meaning nothing is permanent. And I got it from there. And a lot of things change. And I used to be someone who despised, and I had a, like this perception of people who have tattoos are bad people. That totally changed as well. So I'm so thankful for that program as well. So I think the answer to the why question is, why do we need to practice mindfulness or meditation is because it's really transformational. And the better you become at it's really, the result that you're going to expect is sometimes going to be like unexpected, but for sure it's going to be transformational. Why customer retention rate is important in business? Customer retention rate. Okay, so this is a bit technical, right? So customer retention rate is basically it's a calculation of how many customers are you able to keep versus how many customer that comes in, right? So in your business, imagine, can you see? So imagine this is your business. So customer comes in and your customer needs to stay inside the business, right? But not all your customer will stay inside. Some will, get out, like stop buying from you, stop following you or whatever. And so this customer retention rate is the rate wherein, how many people you're able to keep. And I think that's what Irene is asking. It is an important number because then it's data, right? It's data. Then you'll be able to know if your processes, your system is basically working to keep as many customers as possible inside your business, right? So let's say, for example, let's use milk. Let's say you're selling milk. You know milk? Yeah, milk, cow's milk. And there's so many people selling milk, right? There's so many companies selling milk. And basically, for example, your business, you get 10 customers in, and then out of that 10, only 5 stay as your client. So basically, your retention rate is 50%. And now you need to understand for yourself, is this good enough? Is this customer retention rate is good? Because you have, and this is very technical, right? You have cost for getting clients, and then you have cost for keeping the customers. And if 50% customer retention rate makes sense for you, like financially, then you can keep that number. But if it's not working for you, then you need to change something in your system, and you need to make your customer retention rate higher, right? So that's why this is important in business. And this comes when you're starting to grow bigger. When your business starts to grow bigger, then you can start looking into that kind of customer retention rate and all these things. But if your business is a bit small, what is important to create relationships, to build trust with your customers, that's what I suggest that you will do, is to focus on that first if it's a small business.
Oh, hey there. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember to click the bell button so you get updated of the new videos. See you in the next one.